pit kind of started was probably, I think it was 2021, early spring, when COVID was going on and all that craziness. My homie Victor asked if we could, he wanted me to go skate. I didn't skate, I had stopped skating a long time ago, and why don't you pull one of those boards off your wall and come skate with me, and kind of called me out, and I was like, well, I guess, yeah, I'll go skate. So we started like hanging out like at Clifford and skating, and because that's all you could do. You could do anything. And then we hit up the Dad Shack.
Where's that at?
That's a couple blocks over. It's a private skate club, kind of like this one.
Yeah.
But the problem was like you could only get in there when they skated, which was like 7 a.m. on Saturdays.
Really weird times. And
yeah, well, like we're not, So Victor and I had the idea of like just getting a place to put a mini ramp in, and it was just supposed to be another like key holder spot.
Right.
And then it just sort of like kind of crazy from there. Like I don't like it wasn't supposed to be like it's kind of turned into a community almost.
Absolutely.
And wasn't supposed to be that. It was just supposed to be like 6 or 7 of us paying rent on this room and having a mini ramp in it to skate and hang out. And my band was supposed to play and practice, and then my band stopped playing shortly after that because there weren't shows because COVID.
Right.
So we all kind of moved on. So. I just turned my focus on this place, and it is what it is now. Like it's kind of turned into something.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to. It's just kind of organic, and I didn't stop it from happening.
Mommy, can I go out and get tonight?
What was your name? Marcus. All right, cool. Yeah. So why do you come to the pit? What's your favorite part about it?
Bro, honestly, the people, like, literally are just so fucking dope. The camaraderie here is always sick, You'll pull up, not know anybody, do your tricks, and you're just hearing, people shouting and cheering for you, like, it's fucking sick. And on top of that, it feels pretty freeing. You kind of get away from all the bullshit that's going on in life, and this is just, like, a whole nother world here.
Hell yeah. And where'd you first learn about the pit? Where'd you hear about it?
This was like 2.5 years ago. My boy Chris, he was like, hey, there's some indoor skate park my boy has a key to that he was like, hey, I'll let you guys come on by. And shit, we came on by the first time. I was like, look at this. I was like, look at this place, bro. This is fucking heaven that nobody knows about here in Cincinnati. So like, as soon as I could, I got my own key and was like, bro, I'm here every day for real, skating, and yeah, bro, that's really how I found out about it.
I'm about to have a nervous breakdown. My head really hurts. If I don't find a way out of here, I'm gonna go berserk. I'm crazy and I'm hurt. Head on my shoulders.
I'm not in charge of anything other than collecting the rent and making sure the lights stay on. And someone has to have final say on what gets built and how it gets built. That's me, but this is the home. I mean, you see there's a dozen people or half a dozen people.
All the homies over here working all the time.
Yeah, and they're tearing ramps apart.
Absolutely.
Like, they're moving the mini ramp to the new stage, all that. It's constantly working. So.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about coming here, and why do you come here versus anywhere else?
I would say probably because of just the people that come here, honestly. The support and community here is really unbeatable. I meet new people all the time here, and they're always very kind and supportive and cheering me on when I'm trying new things and push me to better myself as a better skater.
Hell yeah. Where did you hear about the pit for the first time?
Someone else actually who skates on quads, I saw a video on Instagram that they posted, and I was like, that's an indoor place to skate.
Yeah.
And I was interested, so I asked her about it, and then got through there through CSC, the Cincinnati Skate Collective.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so what makes people want to come back? Like, what about the community that's so, everything that's here? Why do people want to come back and skate here?
I think because there's like probably a lot of like when you go to a scene, or you go to like a spot, like, I'm not gonna call out any places, but even like your public parks who have like your locals, it gets to be real like skateboarding
Kind of
has a real like locals all
Yeah,
vibe,
definitely.
and you don't get that here. Like I'm not gonna clown you for coming in here and trying to learn how to ride a skateboard. You can be on it for the first time, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's figure out how you're gonna drop in. Like, that's what it should be about. Like, not saying, oh, you're gonna get in my way while I'm trying to film a line for Instagram. Like,
Right.
I mean, come on. I mean, like we should just be hanging out.
Exactly.
That's all it really
Come to the
should be about.
session and
yeah, just
hanging out,
and having fun.
Right.
That's what it should be about. So I think there's a little bit more of that here, especially when we have like our public events. You have people come and just it's about the skating.
Cause you can, you won't, and you don't stop. Cause you can, you won't, and you don't stop. Or when you can, you won't, and you don't stop.
Might be coming out for sure, Shaq.
I got the brand new dude, you're guaranteed like you. I'm on like that's a job, damn it, this too. So I'm a newlywed, I'm not a D4C. And everything I do is fucking like Lee Dorsey. Well, it's a taking off the bell of 1, 2, 3. If you wanna do
Got you in skating? Like, when did you first start? How did you kind of?
I'm not gonna lie, it was the movie Back to the Future. It was like '84.
Yeah.
When did that come out? I was like 12. I think everybody got into skating. It's just those the people who stuck around.
Yeah.
And then I skated through the '80s into the early '90s, and then as my band took off more, I became more of a what do you call it, A to B skater. Like I just skated from work, and because you didn't want to crutch up
carry the
or
whole thing all the
sling
time.
up or any of that.
Right.
So, and then like I said, like after that, it was just always like there was a skateboard in the corner, but I wasn't skating. But I've always said, once you're a skater, you're pretty much even if you're not skating, you're always a skater. You're still following the sport on TV.
Absolutely.
Playing at skate or Tony Hawk or
Yeah.
whatever.
Seeing the clips on Instagram.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
Instagram clip is still all skaters, and
Yeah.
then like I said, COVID got me back into it. So now it's just like I've blown out my knee and had complete reconstructive surgery since then. But I'm still like I'm like let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get this ramp
Let's
together
go,
so
let's
I can
do
skate
it.
it. You know what
Hell
I mean?
yeah.
The homie broke his arm here yesterday, but
Oh.
he'll be here in like a week
Yeah.
skating with his cast
yeah,
on.
coming to work and
so it's
everything.
about the skate.
Right.
It's not about the scene or any of that other bullshit.
How did you find this spot? Like, why Cincinnati out of everywhere
Well,
else?
I've lived in Cincinnati forever, so I'm just from here.
Yeah.
I grew up in Hamilton.
Okay.
And then I moved here like 89, 90 when I graduated. Yeah, 90 when I graduated, and I went to UC.
Oh, cool.
Now I've been a musician, toured all over the city, played up in Sudsies back in the day, all the old school bars, bobos, and all that stuff. And so I'm just here, so it's kind of cool, like now being older and kind of have something that's cooler than what we had back
Right,
then.
absolutely.
People kind of say like, what's the vibe or whatever this place, and I always tell them it's like, it's what you wanted when you're 20, but you couldn't afford it till you were 50. I'm just going to do what I want
Absolutely.
down here and just kind of make it look, people have told us that it looks like the Ninja Turtles, what is it, the Foot Clan warehouse.
The
from
little
original-
spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the original Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I kind of lean into that.
Nice.
Yeah. Then one of the cool things about this place, and I don't think a lot of people know that, is a lot of this is recycled.
Yeah.
Like that keen ramp that we're moving, I bought that kit off the internet and had it shipped out front. And we just wanted a mini ramp, and I
Yeah.
wanted to have perfect transitions because I was learning to skate again. I was like, I don't want some
Some
BS
busted
bump
piece. Yeah,
ramp
yeah.
that like, the transitions aren't right.
Yeah.
I was like, let's just get a little 12-foot mini. I paid for it and threw it together, whatever. But like as you learn, you want to have that progression. So now we have this, and it just kind of steps up. But a lot of this stuff is recycled. Like
That's
the,
awesome.
the walls are from local Sessions skate park.
Yeah.
That mini ramp was at the Revive warehouse. Like basically the bowl and the deck. The bowl came from from the Cassidy Bowl in Columbus. The deck and all the wood underneath it was basically Sessions local skate park. And we just repurposed it all
Right.
to build the deck
That's
because
awesome.
lumber's expensive.
Absolutely.
So like Kane Eggers, who's like we're kind of like owners, I guess if you have to say. I don't like owners, but you know, that's what the LLC paperwork says.
Right.
He finds all this stuff, and then we, at this point, like, people will be like, you got a mini ramp, we don't know what to do with it.
Don't
you want it,
yeah.
and we'll come and we'll take it. We're not putting your ramp back together the way it was. I want the 12-foot 2x4s. I want the 4x8 sheets of plywood, and this was a mini ramp.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
this was like these are the plies
Yeah.
from a mini ramp someone
Right.
gave us that had gator skins on it. The gator skins are over there. The gator skins are going on this ramp when we put it back together. Like, it's just like, you know, a lot of people buy this stuff and then they move 2 years later and they don't know what to do with it. So we ended up just going in and swoop it up. Like, if you look when you come in our door, there's like basically a little lumber yard there.
Right.
You know,
On the corner, yeah.
Or the plywood. You know, like, I need a sheet of 3/4, and you go over
grab
there,
it.
go find it, and you're like, oh, this was a floor of something at local skate park.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's
so.
awesome.
Like some of that wood up there, you'll see the dates on it say 1998.
Right.
That's
Damn,
like,
that's
when
crazy.
Sessions was put together, and
Yeah.
Sessions became local
Right.
later. You know what I mean? So like, some of that wood's older than a lot of you guys running around here.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
like, we've repurposed it and made like things like the lovely bar. And
That's nice. That looks really good too.
so yeah, you know, it's just we'll take it. Kane will not let a piece of lumber go away. If it's longer than this, he's gonna like
Use it.
put that in the
Take
pile.
it.
I'm gonna need that piece of wood later. And I've tried to argue with him. That's why I think there's too much lumber around here. But like,
You can never have enough.
he's right every time. He's like, oh, you need
That piece I found-
You need an 18-foot 2x6 or an 18-inch 2x6. I got you. You know, just show up and
Perfect.
it's kind of like an autistic superpower
Yeah.
he has. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
We do all the artwork. So like, Zach's done a lot of these bigger pieces. I did all the stuff that's in the bowl.
Nice.
This is Bunk. He's like a local graffiti artist. And then a lot of the graffiti that is like on these panels.
Yeah.
Those were what was on the wall at Sessions. We just cut them into place where we needed them. So it's
Cool.
20-year-old graffiti.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
That's
So,
awesome.
but yeah, Zach does a lot of the art that you see on the other side. I do some of it.
Cool.
Pretty much, like, at first everyone would just come down here and do big spray paint graffiti pieces.
Yeah.
And now I think we've all decided collectively as the people who are here every day that I appreciate your artwork that says your name, but I don't need to look at it every day. So we're going with this rehab we're doing right now. We're going with more of the, you know, I want to see a piece and you can put your name in the corner.
small in the corner,
Like, give me a character,
Yeah.
and something in the corner.
Hell
You know, I don't need to see flow.
Right.
25.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool and all, but let's keep that in the alley. I gotta look at this every day.
Right.
Someone wrote their name on the wall, and I think it was supposed to say ism, but it looked like jism. And like, none of the home. I mean, if we looked at it for
Nobody
6
really
months,
wants that on there,
yeah,
yeah.
for 6 months it was like there's jism on the
Yeah.
wall every time you walk by. So I appreciate the art, but we're gonna, you know, we're just doing a little more
Let's get some
character-based stuff now.
Right.
Yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
pretty much anything. If you know how to do stuff, and it's not your name.
Yeah.
Like someone just did a big wheat pasting over there that's sick as hell. You know, that kind of stuff. I don't care. Come put it down here. I don't
Hell
have
yeah.
to do it. You know.
Yeah. Keep the walls filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome.